Hey guys, welcome back to the Turning Wheels podcast. I appreciate you checking out the video. I know it's been a while since we've done one of these. I typically just do the regular car content, the install videos, the review videos, that sort of thing. But I do like to take a break and do these types of videos sometimes just to talk about things, get things off my chest, get things off your guys' chest. So as always, I like to interact with you guys. So please, after you watch the video, go down in the comment section. We'll talk about this a little bit. Let me start this off by setting the precursor. So some of you guys might know kind of the situation that I went through, and that's kind of what started all this for me, and so that's why I'm trying to bring this to you guys. So for those that don't know, I live in Pennsylvania, and I moved down to Florida. It's been, I don't know, I moved down, just rough math, right? It's been close to a year since I've been home from Florida. I was in Florida for almost a year, so it's been almost 2 years. But basically, I got offered a job to work down at Import Image Racing in Florida. Great company. I had a great time working there, but Florida just didn't work out. I packed up all my stuff. I left home. I moved out to Florida for this job, doing content creation, making videos, working on cars, making install videos, doing what I love to do, and doing it for a living. It was awesome. But the problem was, there was a bunch of problems actually. To just name a few, obviously being homesick, missing all my friends and family back home. I was engaged with somebody and I was with her for 9 years, and we were having all kinds of problems when we got down there. And it was really expensive to live down there, like really expensive. So my income pretty much stayed the same, but my expenses like doubled. So it was just a crazy time. And it just didn't work out. It wasn't working out right. Me and my ex actually split up. So after 9 years, we split up while we were down there. And that's kind of what kick-started this. It was a very hard situation for me, and it took a while to get over it, but I was down there alone. She had moved home and I stayed in Florida. So I was there for about 2 months by myself. And that's kind of where this whole thing kind of originated. I was just really depressed. Really depressed. It was bad. A lot of my coworkers saw it. A lot of my family saw it by like the things I was posting and things that were going on. It wasn't a fun time for me. Obviously, you're with someone for 9 years and then you split up. It's kind of a big deal. But not just that we split up, it was that I was alone. I had my coworkers. I got along with them great. We were good friends. So in that sense, I could go to work. I could talk to them and you know, I had someone to go to. But at the end of the day, I was coming home and I was alone. And I got to the point where I was tired of moping around. I was tired of being depressed, tired of being upset. And I think 2 or 3 weeks in, I saw a listing on Facebook, not a listing, but a post on Facebook about a car meet that was happening. And Florida's full of car meets. That area, Fort Myers, Florida, is just, there's car meets everywhere. There's a lot of car meets, and it was great. A lot of cars and coffees, stuff like that. But I was so scared to go out by myself, because a lot of times you go to a car meet yourself and you wind up standing next to your car all alone. No one else is really talking to you, or maybe you walk around and you're trying to find someone to talk to, but it doesn't always work out that way. And so I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go to any of these meets or events. And I kind of thought back to something. And one of my best friends, actually the person you saw in my last video doing the stupid coilover install where we were just goofing off the whole time, that's my buddy Tyler. And we've been friends, I think it's been 5 years. We've been friends now. And we became friends because I was sitting in a car wash parking lot washing my old WRX. And I was in the car wash bay washing my car, and this guy pulls up in a BRZ, and he just kind of like walks up to me and he goes, "Hey man." I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" He's like, "Not much, man. I really like your car. I've been wanting to get one of these for a while. How do you like it?" And like, we just started talking. And 5 years later, here we are, best friends. It's crazy. So, cars are something that if you share that common interest with somebody, you can really take that and run with it. So, you know, we started off just at the car wash talking about our cars, and then we met up again. Then one time we went and got dinner, and then we started hanging out all the time. And then, you know, what kind of friendship can stem from these things? And so I'm down here in Florida. I'm by myself. I'm newly single. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. I'm all depressed. And I was like, you know what? I need to just go. I need to just go out to a car meet. And in saying this, I think everyone should do this. I really do. Because I felt scared, right? You never want to go to a car meet alone a lot of times, because there's all these groups. You know, everyone goes to a car meet in groups. They ride up together. They're in a group of 3, 4, 5, 10 people, and they're all in their own little cliques. And here you are by yourself walking around the car meet. And it can be scary. It can be depressing. It can trigger a lot of emotions and a lot of feelings. And, you know, a lot of times I used to go to car meets or car shows or whatever by myself, and I would walk around. I'd be like, okay, well, this is kind of lame. I'm not really talking to anyone. No one's talking to me. Don't know what to do. And you just end up getting in your car and leaving. And I want to discourage that. I don't think you should do that. What I think you should do, and I know it's hard. I know it's not easy. And it took me a long time to get used to this and get good at it. Just talking to strangers, you know, find a car that you like. Find a car that has something interesting done to it that you've never seen before. Find a car that, you know, you resonate with somehow, or maybe it's the same car you own, or anything. And just find the person who owns it and talk to them. I guarantee you, if you come up to them and ask them about their car, they will give you the time of day, because they built that thing. They want to talk about it. They like being asked about it. I do. When someone comes up to me and asks me about my car, oh man, I'll have a field day if you let me. So you'll almost never, I don't want to say you'll never find a rotten egg, because you might. I had an instance actually when I was in Florida. There was a guy that had a really nice restored 240SX, beautiful car. And I thought, I'm going to go up to this guy, I'm going to talk to him. He was an older guy, and I was like, hey man, I love the 240, like it's beautiful. He's like, yeah, I know. I'm like, okay, you know, well, what all you got done to it? Enough. Oh, okay, well, like, you know, the stock turbo, like, what do you know, oh, yeah, you know, full bolt-on, you know, it's only 85, makes like 1,000 horsepower, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, that's awesome, man. He's like, yeah, I know. I'm like, Jesus, man, like, come on. So you'll get those kind of people, but not everybody's going to be like that. A lot of people are very humble, actually, when it comes to their cars. I know I am. Someone comes up to me and starts asking me questions about my car, I'm never like arrogant about it. I'm like, oh, here's what's done to my car, because there's a million cars out there built 10 times better than mine and 10 times better than yours. So there's no sense in being arrogant about it. And I don't think a lot of the people that you try and talk to are going to be like that. But I would just advise going out, going to these car events, even if you're by yourself, find someone to talk to, man. You'll make new connections, you'll meet new people. You know, you could definitely find your next best friend at a car meet. And that's just something I've been thinking about it a lot lately, because now that I'm back home, you know, I love all my friends to death, but here I am still a pretty much freshly single guy. It's been, what, 9 months, I think, since, you know, everything happened and I moved back from Florida, and I'm just sitting here kind of in the null and void, and I'm like, in limbo. Like, all my friends are married, they have kids, they got houses and everything else. They got their own things to worry about. And so I don't see them as often as I used to. And so I spend a lot of time alone. I spend a lot of time at work. I spend a lot of time editing videos, filming videos, you know, playing video games, doing whatever, just keeping myself busy. And when a car meet pops up, I'm guilty of this since I've been home from Florida. A car meet or a car show will pop up, and I'll invite all my friends to go with me, and for some reason they can't go, and then I just don't go. And I don't want anyone to do that. I don't want myself to do that. I don't want you guys to do that. If you have the chance to go do something, I was completely free those days, and I had every intention of going to the meet or the car show, and then I backed out because I didn't want to go alone. And for my own sake and for everyone's sake, I feel like you should avoid doing that. I feel like you should just, whatever you got to do to push yourself to go, just convince yourself somehow to go to this car meet. And even if it completely sucks, at least you tried, right? And so, especially this summer, this upcoming summer, I'm going to try and do a lot more shows, a lot more events. And you guys probably notice I don't really film any of that stuff. I never really do that stuff because I like to just go and experience it. I don't want to be that guy walking around with a camera talking to himself or trying to interview people. I just want to go and have fun and talk to people and meet new people and enjoy myself. And I just feel like that's something that everyone should do. If you're into cars and it's something that you're passionate about, you should go to a car meet alone. Now, if you have friends that you want to go with, of course, go with them. Have a fun time, take the buddies out, great. But if you are alone and you are scared to go by yourself, don't be scared, because you might just find someone else at the car meet all alone by themselves. That also happened to me in Florida. I went to a car meet and I was just kind of standing at my car by myself with my hands in my pockets. And I seen a guy a couple cars down standing in front of a nice BMW, same thing. Just sitting there, he's got his hood up, his hands in his pockets, not talking to anybody. I could tell he was by himself. And I just was like, you know what, I'm gonna go talk to him. I went over and I talked to him. We exchanged social media. We talked for a while. And I still talk to him here and there. And that was months and months ago. So you can definitely make relationships and friendships out of going to a car meet alone, going to anywhere, any kind of car event alone, or even if you see some guy at the gas station pumping gas in a nice car and you want to talk to him about it, you'll be surprised the kind of people you might meet when you do that sort of thing. So that's really it for today's video. I just wanted to share that with you. I thought it was something, it's something I've been wanting to talk about for a little while now, make a little video on, and I haven't. So sorry this got long, but that's going to be it, guys. I appreciate you watching. Again, we'll talk about it in the comments. Let me know if you have any cool experiences. Let me know if you have any really good close friends that you met from a car show or a car meet or something like similar to my situation at the car wash. So I'm interested to hear your guys' stories. I'll talk to you down there. Hopefully I'll have some more content on the WRX coming soon. I have the whole Flow Design splitter kit here at the house. I'm getting ready to install all that. I have a lot of other stuff going on in the works to get the car tuned, and we'll work things out. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.